Now invite group. Tell me, what does this scenario tell you? Each group will have a question to answer. What is the attachment? Is there any attachment here?
It is a story of an average family here.
There is the reason why this scenario is there, because we can start doing something about this personally, right? So where do you think, what attachment can you see here?
One of them is her thoughts.
Yes,
She keeps
yes,
thinking about
which Rajiv Bhai brought up. So very important, you know, when you continuously think about something all the time, you can't change it in any way. That is an attachment to thoughts. Yeah? Any other attachments anyone can see?
To the family. To the
Which family?
the present who have gone now.
Okay, let's talk with the attachment to thoughts, because that's really, sorry?
It mentions all about materialism. There is no.
Materialism is the expectation, but
Everything that is mentioned is close towards materialism. Nothing is mentioned about the spiritual side.
oh yes, of course not. Not in this little case study. We can't have a big case study. So the next question about the group one here. What feelings do you think Ramaben goes through when she is thinking of the past? You were discussing avidly, so I'm sure you did.
I think there is anger, there is greed.
Yeah? But what do you think makes it think it's angry? Why do you think she's angry?
Anger is that what she did and she's not getting anything back.
So even though, because we
Expectation
perceive anger as something ekdam olu thai, ne? Or in this case, it's not ekdam anger.
No,
But it's
the
that it's a subtle
expectation.
anger.
Yeah.
Okay, when you feel I'm being shortchanged, why did this happen to me? Yeah, absolutely. Anything else?
I think that sort of, we talked about the trust. Yeah, you must have, you have trust and respect for everyone. And suddenly it sort of hits you hard when people are not respecting you. And it's quite a, actually it's very, it can be very heartbreaking.
So that is an attachment to
Where it's-
status.
It's if you are in a family, you respect everyone in the family, and then suddenly to be cut off from that can be quite quite a difficult thing actually from her point of view.
Right. Okay. Any other feelings that she would have? Or do you think she's going through? Anyone else in the audience?
Expectations.
Sorry?
Bitterness.
Bitterness. Yeah, so the bitterness was written there. Anything else?
And her expectations.
Expectations. So she was so that leads to what? If you're expecting something but the expectation is not being fulfilled.
Anger.
Stress. Disappointment.
Discontent? So that is when you are not actually very happy, or fine. So what this is basically showing is that you go through, when your thoughts are going back again and again, you are not happy, you are not content, because you are getting all these feelings. Okay? So what do you think the impact of all these feelings would be if you are constantly getting these thoughts?
Yes.
So that's this group, yes. Tell me.
You become sad and
So it affects your mental peace, yeah? Anything else?
health as well as a result.
It can so it depends. This case scenario is written in a way, but some people can get so obsessed with this, it can affect their physical health. Because the thoughts are affecting their stress levels, etc. It can affect their physical health. Any other things?
Break the relationships with the family.
Absolutely, yes. So it breaks up the relationships with the family as well. I actually had another question which I haven't got time to discuss here with you, but what we'll say, if we were in this situation, this group here, how would we feel?
I think we would probably feel the same.
So my question, which I didn't put in there, is, Rajiv Pai in his talk mentioned about thoughts and expectations, and it makes you prejudiced and you don't think. in this scenario, what I haven't said is, what do you think the other side of the family is thinking? Because this is a one-sided view, but there may be another side, there may be a reason, we don't know that.
They must be thinking that because of our own accord we have done all this.
So they
It's our
might
own
think-
efforts we have made the money. She has no right on this. Because
Well,
everybody
actually, I was
is
going to
aware.
ask, does she have any right on it? That was my question, but that is irrelevant. I think the important thing is we all feel like this, don't we? Because we have expectations. We feel that we should get what we put in. I am not telling you whether what they received was what they put in for the time they did, because the business was at that time. I haven't put that in here. But there is this little expectation. Whatever is there, we should get a big part of it. So, the last group there, and then you can all join in. How do we start letting this go? Because if it is making you discontented, you can't be happy, you have these niggling thoughts coming in, what do we need to do to try and let this go?
Karma theory.
No, don't talk about that. No, practical things. What do you think? Can you start? Let them start. So that is really important. Now, it's easy to say forgive. It's very difficult to forgive, isn't it? But that is a really important thing, is if you can learn to say, not for me, that I just forgive everything, then you start thinking,
Or accept.
or accept, yes. Accept the things. But forgiveness, when you forgive and you forget about something. So as soon as the thoughts go away, you've forgiven. Yeah? Anything else? What else can
This
you?
one, maybe if she, whatever she did, obviously, for the family, if she'd done unconditionally with not having that thought that maybe at some time I will have that return, that
Do
unconditional.
we ever do anything
No.
unconditionally?
There's always that.
Even at the point when we are doing it unconditionally, the condition comes later on, doesn't it? Yeah. At this moment in time, yeah.
Unconditionally at the time, but then as time has gone and progressed.
So this
she's
is
had that
really,
condition.
this is how greed and desire in our Aparigraha do, status, expect, whatever we have, this is how subtle this is, that at the point in time when you're doing something, you don't even think twice about it, There is no expectation, but the expectation is coming later on. Interestingly, I haven't put down that Keshav Lalpa had any expectation. Anything else to let this go? Anything else? Forgiveness is one.
Can say that I was the lucky one, that I was able to do something for them.
So this is very important. So let us be grateful for what we already have. This scenario, this is a person who's got a house, who's obviously got food to live in. You got everything that you need, that is necessary to survive. Be grateful for that. You could not have had anything, literally, regardless. You could have not been given anything. So be grateful, and that's something we really need to adopt, actually. Be grateful. Anything else? Any addition? Anyone in the group?
It's changing the thought. What you were saying is changing the thought that instead of thinking that I did so much for them and they didn't return back, be happy that I was able to do so much.
That's right.
Yes.
Able
So it was
to do
my
it.
good luck.
Yes.
my
Because
good-
so many people want to do it, but they don't get an opportunity to do
So
it.
change the
Rajiv
mind
Bhai
frame.
said at the end, when you're giving, give love, don't expect anything back. And that's the mentality, and it's because when you go home, I want you all to think about whatever baggage you are carrying with you, because we all have this baggage. Believe me, in different forms. It may be with your work, it may be, not in a family. Actually, one of the other things I have is, if with your children, do you have any expectations with them? And why do you have them? Think about those things. Start asking your questions. Rajiv Bhai said when Sadhviji told us, practice this. And the really useful thing I found was, become aware of what you're thinking all the time. That's the first thing. Step back every day, step back and think, why did this thought come to me? Why is it? What is it I'm feeling inside? Have I got a right to do this and feel like this? And start, the moment you start doing it on an everyday basis, it becomes, even if you do it at the time, you'll ask the question later on. Eventually, at the point when you are thinking, you're already asking yourself, why am I doing this? So it does take time, but it is possible. It doesn't mean you'll change overnight, because unfortunately change doesn't happen that fast. But you have to persevere. But some of the things we learned about letting such things go is be happy with what you have. Don't even think something has been done wrong to you, because the moment you do, you have to start to forgive. Okay, so be happy and give unconditionally. Then when we see you again, we'll ask you how well you go. Certainly with the expectations for your children. Think about that.